there has been a growing trend of people rejecting consumerism and the materialistic lifestyle that comes with it. This anti-consumerism movement is based on the idea that our society places too much emphasis on buying things and accumulating possessions, and that this ultimately leads to unhappiness. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, there was a growing anti-consumerist movement in the United States. This movement was based on the belief that the overconsumption of resources was detrimental to the environment and to the quality of life. The movement also critiqued the excesses of capitalism, such as advertising and consumer culture. The anti-consumerist movement began to take shape in the late 1960s when a number of factors converged. These included the environmental movement, which was concerned about the deleterious effects of pollution and resource depletion. The counterculture of the hippie movement, with its emphasis on simple living and self-sufficiency, and critiques of capitalism from thinkers such as Marxists and anarchists. There are a number of reasons why people may choose to adopt an anti-consumerist lifestyle. For some, it's a way to simplify their life and reduce their ecological footprint. Others may do it for political or economic reasons, in order to challenge the status quo, or support more sustainable practices. Whatever the motivation, those involved in the anti-consumerism movement typically seek to live a more minimalist lifestyle, focused on experiences rather than stuff. The anti-consumerism movement has had some significant successes in recent years, including convincing major companies to reduce their use of plastic packaging, and raising awareness of the importance of reducing our consumption. However, there is still a long way to go before we can say that the anti-consumerism movement has truly succeeded in changing our society's harmful consumption habits. In recent years, the anti-consumerism movement has been gaining popularity. This movement is based on the belief that our society is too focused on material possessions and that this focus is damaging to our environment and our well-being. However, despite its good intentions, the anti-consumerism movement has failed to make a significant impact. One reason for this failure is that the movement has been unable to convince people to change their consumerist habits. In order to be successful, the anti-consumerism movement needs to convince people that they can live happy and fulfilled lives without constantly buying new things. However, most people are not willing to give up their consumerist lifestyle because they believe it makes them happy. So what does the future hold for the anti-consumerism movement? Only time will tell. As more and more people become aware of the problems with consumer culture, they are also becoming more interested in alternatives. If this trend continues, it is likely that the anti-consumerism movement will continue to grow in strength and influence.